Jeremy, many thanks for joining us today. Now, this vote is expected to go to the Senate. Reading the French media, they believe that there will be lack of agreement between National Assembly and Senate. What are you hearing?
So in the short run, there's likely to be a compromise between the Senate and National Assembly. The real struggle is probably about this government needing this law to go through, if anything, because it needs a legacy to run on during the next presidential elections in less than a year. The compromise is likely to happen exactly for that reason, the government really needing this to happen. In the longer run, this is really just a struggle between a government that needs a legacy and a labor union, the CGT, one of the major labor unions in France, who just needs to basically continue to exist. If this law goes through, it probably loses a lot of influence, and this explains a lot of the resistance that you see right now in the streets of Paris and elsewhere throughout France.
Let's talk about these actual reforms, these proposed measures by the government. I mean, France says this is about reducing unemployment, revitalizing the economy. France's unemployment rate is much higher than France and Germany. I mean, you're an economist. Will these reforms actually make a difference?
It has sparked a really interesting debate among economists. The real question is the following. This law is basically intended to make the labor market a little bit but people who don't have a job, people who are excluded from the labor market, might actually have an easier time coming in. That's the real dilemma that the French government is trying to deal with. It's not one you can easily communicate on, especially when tensions are running so high. It's likely to make a long-term difference. In the short run, it's likely to be hard to manage for many workers out there.
Okay, Jeremy, I appreciate your time. I'm afraid it's short because the Skype connection isn't fantastic, but many thanks for your time. Jeremy Ghez there, Professor of Economics from the HEC Paris Geopolitical Center. Many thanks.